With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started.
And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Cunningham looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Elam on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score. Visitors 7, Lions nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On the ready, 52, line 52. You don't want none. Give me it. Pick up the ball.
On first and 10, here's Vick. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Vick to throw it. Going up top. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play, Vic to Moss, 44 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 at the 19. Here's Michael Vick, forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Cunningham. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for the touchdown. Randy Moss with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Too Tall Jones. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Vic readies to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch, not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now, Vic. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Visitors 14, Lions 7.
Vic and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run the counter. Dickerson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Cunningham. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cunningham. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Randy Moss on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elam on here for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Visitors 21, Lions 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And it's fielded at the 34. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to keep...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Bandit, Bandit. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Ricky. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
On 3rd down, Vick. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Buying time to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
We got 4.
Back to throw. Cunningham. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Randy Moss on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw, Vic. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Vic. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Lions 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes, back at the 4-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Cunningham. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd and 1, Vick. Gonna throw right side here, complete.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go again with Sanders. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing, Vick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Sacked there by Bruce Smith. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Cunningham steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cunningham. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Trying to lay one up deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab. as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And that's why you put a Hall of Famer back there. He's in for 2 points. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go. First down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Cunningham under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reggie White able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Jerome Baker. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point good by Prater, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed...
It's caught inside the 25. And touchdown. Randy Moss, 83 yards. And his guys have once again taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Vick dancing to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Here we go. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on, come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Mike 52. Better bring it.
On 3rd down, Vick got him in. He finds Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Vick now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Vick goes play action, steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play, Vick to Moss, and even 50 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
We got to step it up.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Michael Vick. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Randy Moss, 84 yards. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
He took you to school.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game, up, down, up, down. Did you ever see Seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. On play action, Vick on the move to his left. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Don't get nervous.
On 4th down, Vick, he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
52's the mic. Let's go, let's go. 52's the mic, boys, 52. It's our time. It's our time.
Vick to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Vick to throw on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run with Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. On second down, this is Jackson. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. On third down, this is Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guy...